Hi guys, welcome back to a very, very, very special episode of The Dugout. Patson Daka has signed for Leicester City for a reported £23 million, a reported 5-year deal. Jay, talk to me.
First off, Patson Daka signs for a team that's an hour away from us. No coincidence there. The value for money is absolutely stupendous. I mean, worst case scenario for Leicester here. Let's look at Riyad Mahrez, Harry Maguire, James Maddison, all boys that Leicester have sold on for silly money. That is your worst case scenario. I think that could happen. I think not only will he'll be an absolute standout performer for Leicester, guaranteed he's got everything, the physical attributes, the pace, the finishing, and I do think he brings people into the game as well. But yeah, I do think Leicester are a very good model, but they are a selling club. They sell their biggest players and still somehow do so well in the league. But I think he could be sold for silly money in the future. You know, going to a massive club, like no disrespect to Leicester, but like a Barca, a Madrid, City. And imagine if you could get 100 mil for him after a season or two, what you could reinvest in the squad. Look what you've done with the money you've already got. It's been, Leicester model is amazing, but yeah, let's have a look at his stats. Throw over to Ross. Let's look at his goal stats from last season. And the season, but it's crazy.
His goal stats are absolutely nuts. By the way, in the background, boys, we've just got a few clips from Patson Daka in FIFA 21. I'm sure we'll talk about him in FIFA 22 later on in the video. But goal stats. So last year, he scored 27 goals in 28 games in the Austrian Bundesliga. Pretty damn good. The year before that, 24 goals in 31 games. The man is an absolute out-and-out bagsman. Jay, if I said to you, Patson Daka, Jamie Vardy, similarities, what would you say?
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I think with Vardy, a big advantage for me is Patson Daka is 6 foot, I believe. So he has got, he's got height as well, but the pace is electric, absolutely electric, and just the determination. I think Leicester fans, as we all are, will be very familiar with Vardy in terms of he's just got that desire. Patson Daka very much the same. He's got the pace, he's got the finishing, and he's also got the desire to get forward and to make things happen. He's a complete game changer, and I'm buzzing for him. To be fair, that he's got the chance to do it on the biggest stage. With a club that's got a lot going for it, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's played Champions League. He's very experienced in the Champions League. He's had a good few games, and he's played with. He was the strike partner to Haaland as well. So Salzburg have got things right. They've got their coaches and their staff have clearly. The scouts must be phenomenal.
For sure,
phenomenal.
Man. I really think this transfer is an absolute perfect fit. Like, he was linked with Liverpool, he was linked with West Ham, a few clubs like that. Liverpool, would he play? I'm not sure. Leicester, he fits into how they play absolutely perfectly. I'll be very surprised. Obviously, there's a bit of competition there. Vardy, Iheanacho. That is scary, by the way. Vardy, Iheanacho and Daka. Bit of competition there, but the way he fits into the style, it'll be absolutely immense on the counter-attack. Playing for an attacking manager, Brendan Rodgers. And he's really in that Vardy mould. I think he's going to be a real hit, and he plays for the badge as well, which is what I think Leicester fans will relate to, and a very, very humble, lovely man as well, which is always a plus.
Yeah, he sent us a signed shirt. He always interacts with us on the social media channels, and we signed him for Forest Green Rovers 2 years ago, probably now, on our second ever video on this career mode we were doing on FIFA, and it's just crazy how it spiraled from there. And he was a relatively unknown player at Salzburg at the time, and look at him now. It's just like I say, I'm buzzing for him to get the chance to prove it on the biggest stage, which I know he will. I think he's going to get some serious goals. Whether I think this is just my opinion. Look at that. My opinion is I think he'll maybe be playing as like an understudy to Vardy. I could see that happening because Iheanacho was brilliant towards the latter end of last season. You're not going to play with 3 strikers. Vardy's getting on a bit now, isn't he? But I think you'll start to see Daka come off the bench and make a real impact. And I think,
God, can you imagine the Daka pace off the bench?
I think that's when it'll switch over. So you've got someone like Iheanacho and Daka playing up top. That's what I think will happen mid-season, maybe a bit sooner. And I think Vardy will be more the impact player off the bench, like I say, just because he's experienced, but also he's aging, so you've got to be a bit careful, obviously, with the injuries and stuff. Whereas Daka, 23? So he's got a hell of a lot of years ahead of him. And I mean, for me personally, I think that's why it's a good thing to be playing the FIFA clips. Every time that my club signs a player, I'm going straight to FIFA, straight to, whatever channels are available for me to find out, okay, what pace has this lad got? What's his rating?
Is he quick?
It's just what you do, isn't it?
And he is bloody quick. Speaking about Patson Daka in FIFA 22, this is a very exciting proposition, isn't it? Is he going to be one of the most OP cards in FIFA 22? Premier League links, rapid pace. He's going to be one for the starter squads, isn't he?
He is 100%. He'll be silly money, but also I think he'll be underrated. I think you're looking at between 81 to 83. I think they'll give him.
I'll be surprised if it's that high. Isn't he a 75 this year?
You not reckon 81 now?
Nah, I think he'll do well to be pushing an 80. I think he'll be around 78, 79.
He plays like a 91. The bloke's insane. He's perfect for the game. He's just got everything that you need. I mean, look at the clips. They speak for themselves. He's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. He's perfect for the game. So hopefully EA pick on that a little bit and don't shy away with the rating. But I don't think it matters too much because he's just got all the attributes to make it anyway. So
yeah, he's going to be so good at the start of the game, man. I feel like that the Patson Daka FIFA hype is going to be massive. But we've been bloody here since day one, banging the drum. Years and years ago, we were here when he was an unknown player, banging the drum. And now he's going to be doing it on the biggest stage of all in the Premier League. I feel like a proud dad is what I feel like.
I am very jealous though, the fact that they're getting him for that sum of money, knowing obviously with Ross being Wolves, me being Newcastle, that we're teams that could afford that sum. I mean, not that anyone in the Premier League couldn't really. It's this day and age, that's not bad money for a striker, especially one like this. But
very risk free, I feel like
100%. But I'm beyond jealous. Not that I ever expected him to come to Newcastle because he's unfortunately a far better talent than we should be getting. But yeah, he's gonna do absolute bits for this Leicester team. I think he'll get a good goals tally. I really do. I wouldn't like to put a number on it because I don't know how much he'll play at the first couple of games, but he will break into the squad. That is no question. He's got everything.
Depends on play time, doesn't it? Depends on play time and what Brendan's got planned. But Patson Daka's first game in the Premier League, do you know who it is?
It's the worst team in the Premier League. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers.
It's bloody my Wolves. Imagine if Patson Daka makes his debut and scores against my Wolves. I won't be happy, Patson. If you're watching this right now, 0-0. I won't be happy, lad.
94th minute, last kick of the game. Harvey Barnes whips one in. Patson Daka on the volley from the edge of the box. He's come on for the last 5 minutes as a sub for Vardy. Bang! Crossbar in, and it bounces out. One of them ones.
Oh, they're beautiful, aren't they? I'll be so bloody conflicted. Man, I just can't wait to see Patson Daka in the Prem.
I honestly think I would be buzzing if Patson Daka scored a goal against Newcastle. I never would say that about any other player ever. I never thought I'd say that about anyone, but this bloke's different. He is such a genuine, decent bloke. Decent's not the right word. He's just such a nice bloke. So yeah, I'm very, very jealous. I'd love to be a Leicester fan. Maybe I should have been because they're much closer to Newcastle, but maybe I still can. No, but yeah, I'm very jealous. But I think if you're a Leicester fan, if you're hopefully watching this signing is special. It's he's going to be serious. He's going to be 2026, I believe, 5-year deal.
Yes, 23 million, 5-year deal reported. So I feel like it's relatively risk-free, even, I don't think he will, but even if he didn't do well, he's still young, he's still got that kind of wonder kid status. It's low risk and massive reward. He's going to be an absolute blooming beast.
Credit to the people behind the scenes at Leicester yet again for getting it done, because that's just...
Leicester are just bloody good, how
are you getting him for that sort of money? That's crazy. Leicester have their shit together. They are. If anyone was running a football club, that is how you do it. That is how it's done. How are they selling their best players and still competing like they are getting to Europe? It's crazy.
Yeah, and great manager. Brendan Rodgers, underrated manager.
Yeah,
play good
credit
football.
where it's due. Credit where it's due. They've been one of the most exciting teams to watch. And considering like the money they spend and the money they get in, it's mad. They're an absolute model football club that I wish Newcastle were.
Maybe we should just sack it in and support Leicester.
Maybe. Shall we all just do that, boys? Everyone in the comments, let us know. Would you sack your club off to support Leicester if Patson Daka moves there?
Come on, the dugout,
you've got to think
boys.
about it, haven't you? Got to think about it.
Yeah, get it done. Right, boys. It's been a pleasure. Patson Daka signed, sealed, and delivered. Leicester City in the Premier League next year. He's going to be insane on FIFA 22. He's going to be insane for the boys.
He's going to be bagging against Wolves and Newcastle, no problem.
100%. He'll be shushing me in the Mollen.
Oh, I was just thinking that. Imagine if he shushes.
Yeah, I'll be here to embrace it. Patson, congratulations. Leicester, congratulations. You've got a great footballer, but most of all, an absolutely fantastic man.
Move.
And yeah, hit like, hit subscribe. Drop a comment down below your thoughts on the move, and we will see you next time on The Dugout. Take care. Adios.
Goodbye.